For my speech, I'll be doing it on the cafeteria at Boyce and Southern Seminary. The cafeteria at Boyce College and Southern Seminary has a reputation. Many students tire out of the selections given at the cafeteria, and many people dislike the cafeteria just from being here for a couple weeks. They will make comments such as, the cafeteria has bad choices, the cafeteria has bland food, the cafeteria provides uncooked meat, and there's little options at the cafeteria. I feel that the cafeteria has been given a bad name over the years, and students should look on the positive side. And I have 3 reasons for this: the price of the food, the employees, and the view of how God views food. So on the first point, I'll move on to the price of food. P. Vargas, who is the VP of Hospitality Service at Southern Seminary, defended the cafeteria in my business capstone class. He stated that the quality of food given at the cafeteria matches the price that we pay for it. He also said that if we want steaks and nice dinners every night, then Boyce will be about $40,000 a year. And I don't think any Boyce student I know would like that right now. We need to understand why we don't have high quality food every single day. The staff is watching out for us, and they're making sure that they're keeping the prices low for attending Boyce and Southern, so that we can have affordable education and affordable living cost. When we think about this, that Boyce is seeking that they provide affordable education, that they're more focused on the education here than making money off of us. They're more worried about providing us education so that we may take it in and take it to another church, maybe through a business, maybe through missions, and maybe just being a pastor or being a faithful member. They're more worried about implanting good church members, good pastors in other places other than here, and making money here. And move on to my second point. I'll move on to the employees. The employees and managers and chefs at the cafeteria are one of the hardest workers I've seen. They dedicate every day to serve the students at Southern and Boyce to provide the food they are provided. The food is made by passionate people who are working hard in order to deliver good food to the students. When we only see our perspectives at the cafeteria food, we are blocking all the hard work and effort that is given to prepare the food. Imagine working hard every single day and cooking this food. And all you hear about the comments of your food is how bad the food is, how plain the food is, and how nasty the food is. Imagine how that would feel. Imagine the impact that has on an unbeliever, that they are cooking food for seminary students. They're cooking food for people who are planning to go and be pastors, and all they hear is complaints about the food they are making. Imagine the impact that we're having on employees at the cafeteria. We need to see other people's perspectives of how they prepare this food and not view it so negatively. And the third reason is God's view of food. And I'll be going over Numbers 11, 4 through 6. And to give you context over this, it is about the people of Israel. They had just escaped Egypt, and they had set up the tabernacle, they had set up the laws, and they were sojourning, and this was before the spies were sent out and before God had the generation die out. So this is Numbers 11, 4 through 6. And the people, and the ramble that was among them had a strong craving. And the people of Israel also wept again and said, "Oh, that we had meat to eat. We remember the fish we ate in Egypt that cost nothing, the cucumbers, the melons, the leeks, the onions, and the garlic. But now our strength is dried up, and there is nothing at all but this manna to look at." When I read this, all I see is Boyce students complaining about the food. Even myself complaining that, oh, back in Egypt, oh, back home, oh, I had this, I had that, I had amazing steaks, I had amazing watermelon and melons to eat back home. It's crazy how much the Israelites complain that we complain just like them. And at the end it says, there's nothing at all but this manna to look out. This manna had been provided by God every day, and this manna was a delicious food. And they became sick of it. And through this, God became very angry through them. And ironically, he gave Israel meat until they were sick of the meat. God had provided them food every day, and they were not thankful for it. While the cafeteria food may not be manna, and it may not be directly from God, He has sovereignly provided us the food at the cafeteria. And we should be thankful for it. Thankful for Him for providing the food and the food itself. In conclusion, the cafeteria may not be a 5-star restaurant, but we should be thankful for God for providing the food, for the employees putting the passion for cooking the food, and the faculty for providing us low costs for the food. In turn, I hope you have a different perspective about the Southern Seminary and Boyce College cafeteria, and maybe view other things other than the cafeteria in a different point of view to understand things in a new light that you may have viewed negatively before. Thank you.